Hey everyone, I'm Jessica, here with another solo review of none other than a mystery game. That's right, if you know me, I love the mystery genre of games. They are the best, and today I am taking a look at an introductory case of Suspects. This is the MacGuffin affair. Suspects. I'm excited about this. My husband picked this up as a free promo, I believe, at GenCon 2022. It's been a while, it's just been sitting there. That's the real mystery why I haven't dug into this, because this is all it is. So most of the cases come in a 3-pack. This one, though, again, is just that introductory case. So one of the things with mystery games that sometimes is great, sometimes not so much, is that you are sort of encouraged to just solve the mystery and stop right there. You're going to get a better score for just solving it as early as possible. Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective does this to a certain extent. I actually play it where I don't use that. I ignore that completely and I just follow every lead because I see these mysteries as a one-time thing. I'm probably not going to go back and play it again, so I just want to see it all. The nice thing with this system is that yes, there are victory points involved and there's a scoring system. I'm not going to show any spoilers here. I'm just showing the rules booklet and just to show you how that scores, but there's no spoiler about the case. This is what you will see in the beginning. This is just the example though, and this is a great example showing you that you get more points if you guess correctly early on based on the number of cards you look at. I'll show you what that is in a second. This is basically just a deck of large cards that you're going to be going through and following leads, making a logical path, and if you can solve the questions early, you get more points. However, you go through the whole case eventually. You can update your guesses along the way, and that's it. So I played this case. I started off and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make my guesses at those intervals, because like after 10 cards with this one, you would get a lot of points if you got everything right. Surprise, I didn't. But I'll just show you kind of what this looks like and how I enjoyed it. So you'll get a deck of cards. It looks like this. It says don't look at this until you're supposed to. There's a case in here that, it starts you off and then you are off to the races. You have a couple of card numbers that you can go to. The card backs, again, I'm going to show you some card backs, but these are not spoilers because the real stuff is on the other side. So for instance, you're probably going to start with card number 1. Just saying. But that's what a card back will look like. You might, have an idea of what it is, but you are not just going through this deck and trying to figure out what's what. You're really just looking for the number. So you see like 5 just came out there. I would pull that out, but I'm not spoiling stuff by seeing what some of these other cards are like that. I just want to pull out what I need to get. And so again, this isn't really a spoiler because this is the first card that you'll see. We'll start off with this guy who is probably involved with this mystery because he's in the deck. And these clue cards, again, this is the first one, so this isn't giving away anything. They're going to have information on the back. So you will be able to take down some notes, figure out some stuff, and that'll open up potentially, not all of them have this, but some of them have additional card numbers that you can then go to. That's it. And it is cool. I like that this system, it's so contained. It's this, and yes, you're going to be laying out those cards as you go, but then you're going to have, your cases in here to look at. I didn't find it super obvious. I did have a couple of issues with some minor translation or typos. There was one part where I followed something and I said, you know what, I bet that's a clue, and it was just a typo. But, not the end of the world. It did not spoil the case or ruin it. After going through all the cards and using my deduction skills, I did, in fact, get everything correct. It was not easy, though. I like the level of difficulty here. And again, I don't want to spoil the case too much, but just as a funny note, you do get kind of a diagram of what's going on with some of the areas that you could go for cards for or other people to question. To show you my fantastic sleuthing skills, right? I followed my path. I knew what I was doing. It was great. I was onto everything, taking notes like a professional. And then I kept looking at this diagram and saying, okay, who do I want to question next? Okay. I'd like to just bring your attention over here. Let's see if I can get that. Way in the back, there's an area for a Mr. Harper and Ms. Harper. And I said to myself, I'll question them last. I don't think that's going to be worth anything. May I bring to your attention the fact that the name of the detective you're playing is Claire Harper. And slight spoiler, in like the first sentence of the case, she's here with her father. Yeah, that's right. The one that I saved for last was myself to get a little piece of information there. Great job. I really thought that was going to crack the case, and that wasn't it. Mostly because it was myself. I'm a professional sleuth. I really enjoy this system, though. I thought this was a great way to introduce it with a single case. This got me excited for the rest of the line, which sounds exciting and interesting. I do like the character. You're not really in character per se, but you are making deductions and putting things together. I actually, for those of you out there who know anything about digital note-taking programs, I learned Obsidian recently, and I taught it to myself. And that's right. I took digital notes, linked together, made everything a clue, card, put it together, made myself a giant canvas board, which I named the Pepe Sylvia situation. If you know the reference, you know it, and that's exactly what happened with me. There's a conspiracy. But I had a great time. I think this is a great little mystery type game. It's probably about a 1 to 2 hour total case. I spent 3 hours because I wanted to get everything right, and I really put my notes together and had a great time. I highly recommend it, though, and I am looking forward to doing some more sleuthing and more deducting, and hopefully not waiting to question myself for breaking the case. So that, again, is Suspects, specifically the MacGuffin affair, the promo case. So hopefully you get some cool mystery games to your table and do some better sleuthing than I do. In any case, enjoy solo games, enjoy games in general, and thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.